Stephen. Right, small one. Don't take. Oh, you bastard.
We.
Sit down, son. Good man.
Quit checking out my ass. Can I please have another?
No! Stop! Stop that!
Shut it.
Stop spraying me. Come back in.
You need to relax.
Right, Stephen, just swallow. No shaking. Don't! Ah! Stop it! Oh! Stephen, you're making such a mess. No! Oh my god! That is disgusting. Do you need to do that?
Yes.
Is there any need?
Yes.
Yes. You're covered in blood. It's all over your face. You bloody idiot.
More, please.
A quick sip. Alright. Got a couple more. I swear. One more shake and that's it. That's all you get. Stephen. Stephen. Alright, small one. Don't shake. Oh! You bastard. Oh, Stephen. Oh. There's guts all over the window. Right, that's it. That's your sardine privileges today. Oh, eat that.
No.
Stephen, if you think you're getting another one, you are mistaken.
Screw this. I'm going to KFC.
Bye, bitch.
I asked you guys on the last video to ask some questions, and I was going to do like a bit of a Q&A, which I've never really done. So we're going to do it. Also just acknowledge some comments that I like, because you guys were all so nice on the last video. What a unit. This bird gives me joy. Me too. How old do you think Stephen could be, and why was Stephen the bird you fed? Stephen was just a bird that came. He was at the window when we moved in, and the friendship began. I had no plan on making a YouTube channel. I had no plan on forming the bond that we have in these past couple of years. Just all kinda, I was winging it, literally, and it worked. How long have you and Stephen been together now? Like 2.5 years-ish, maybe 3? And then like 2.5 years. God, it'd be a long time. I was just thinking about Stephen yesterday, and it makes me happy that you still hang every single day. Every single day. I bet Stephen is the king of gulls. Of course. How much a month do I spend on feeding Stephen? I don't really know. These like little wormy buckets, they're like £15 and he goes through like one a month. So 15 is salmon, which he gets like 3 or 4 times a week. It's like £4, £5. Sardines are like £1 to £2. I don't really know. Maybe between like 60 and £100 a month, maybe, feeding Stephen. Should say like 1,000 a year, roughly. Like he sometimes gets lobster, sometimes gets caviar. He's a spoiled bird. Has Stephen laid any eggs this year? Yes, he has. I feel like they're gonna hatch soon. They usually hatch like between now and like a month from now. So at some point the babies will be kicking about. It's quite exciting. I didn't think he was even gonna have eggs this year after Glenn passed away. The stuff that happens here, it's like a TV show, and now that Stephen's with Ethan, I'm glad that we're able to make some eggs, and I hope the babies are okay and not too annoying like Cliffy in the first year. Your neighbours must be pissed about all the seagull shit under the car. Neighbours don't seem to care. Like the downstairs neighbours, they all love Stephen, and there's not much seagull noise. Like the seagulls aren't too loud. There's not, I mean there is a lot of seagull shit everywhere. Like my car is covered every single day, but it's not that bad. I feel like it's just as bad anywhere there's seagulls. Like Stephen, he's not a problem. He's not a menace. Have you ever considered just adopting Stephen, especially in the time when birds were getting really sick? I mean, he's already, I think, as much as he can be. He's still a wild man. He's still a free man. He can still live if we go on like a trip or a holiday or something. We can be away for like a week and Stephen's fine. He never looks any different. He never looks like he's struggling or skinny. He can still hunt. But I don't know what seagulls hunt. They find food. But like, whenever we go away and we come back, Stephen's still fine. And I feel like that's a nice sweet spot to where I can feed him, I can go away, and there's not too much stress. I don't worry about Stephen when I go. I know he's gonna be fine. I'm new to this channel. What's the story with you and Stephen's relationship? Go watch the compilation. Stephen is looking healthy. Yes, he is. Love your camera. What do you use? Sony a7S III and a bunch of lenses. I really want to get into more camera stuff. That's why I'm making more kind of videos like this. I want to make them more nicer and cinematic. Rate your experience of being a YouTube star. Stephen, rate your experience of being a YouTube star, scale of 1 to 10. He's definitely a 10. He's a fat, well-fed man. Out of all the YouTube channel ideas, what was your thought process behind the YouTube channel Feeding Stephen? There was no thought process. I pulled up my phone and accidentally just made the day number 1 of feeding my pet seagull to gain his trust. That just came in my head, and here I am 2.5 years later, still doing it, and I love it. The most Chad seagull. That could be a name for the baby. Chad, little Chaddy. How old is Stephen now? I don't know. I would imagine like between 6 and 7. I think he was like 2 or 3 when I started feeding him. He's definitely not young, but he's definitely not old. If anyone knows seagulls, let me know. What do you think? How old's Stephen? I think like 6. Why does Stephen have a female voice? I don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever bumped into Stephen in the town? A couple times. Sometimes when I pull into the car park, he'll come from his roof down like onto my car or like next to the car and be like, oh my god, he's home. And then he'll follow me up to the window and then just be waiting for his food. Or sometimes if I'm like coming home from the shop and I'm just carrying like a bunch of salmon, he's really like try to really get me. And sometimes he'll fly above me and like hover like he's a way to just pounce. It's quite scary actually. Like, he definitely knows it's me and he definitely knows that salmon is his. But I kind of just hide it and then run up the stairs because it is scary. He's got such a powerful flap when he's hovering above you. He could if he wanted it, he could get it. That's the truth of it, and he knows it. Whatever happened to baby Cliffy? I don't know, honestly. I think he got so old that he's now just like a normal seagull. He's not a baby seagull anymore. He's not. The babies seem to just kind of move pretty quick. What have been some of the sources of comedy in your life? I don't know. I love Mr. Bean. I love kind of mimey comedy, like Buster Keaton. I don't know what else. Love The Office. Love Jim Carrey as well. There's so many comments on this video, but there's one that I can't see, but I did see it when I was reading them the other day, which is going to be the last question. Someone asked, has Stephen ever showed up with a gift or gave me something? And I didn't film it, but well, there was one time I was watching Stephen just kind of fly around the neighborhood. He had this big yellow thing in his mouth, and I was just thinking like, what the hell is that? So I opened up the window, and then he just came flying over, landed on the window, and came walking up with this little baby's rattle in his mouth. Don't know where he got it. Don't know if he stole it. Don't know if he found it. Baby's rattle in his mouth, came up to me and just went pop, dropped it on the window, and then pss, flew away. He gave me a little gift. It was really nice. He was shaking it like a little maraca. Other than that, and the occasional shit on the window or roof, that's the only thing Stephen's given me. And a job for the past 2.5 years. I love you, Stephen. I think that's going to wrap up the Q&A. Thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you all for the love on the last video. I'll see you guys in a couple of days with another video. I think. I will try post. I swear, it's summer. I'm feeling good and I want to be posting, so subscribe.